Hello and welcome to another After Effects tutorial. This is what we are gonna be doing today. It follows the line of previous tutorials, but it is a little bit more complicated. Just a little. So the first thing we are gonna be doing is to create a new composition. I'm gonna call it main composition. I'm gonna import an image for the background. I will drag it into the composition, main composition. I will fit it to screen and I will apply to it fast blur effect. I will reposition it a little bit. I will move it around. I will type the name, Ernest Paul, then the credit, sound mixer. I'm gonna change the font for Ernest Paul. I'm gonna center it. Also for sound mixer. And with the arrows up and down, I just fix the position. I'm gonna copy them. Okay, I'm gonna create a new composition that I'm gonna call text. Okay, so I go back to the main composition, I copy the layers with the text, and I paste them on the text composition. Okay, so on the main composition I can delete those layers. So on the main composition now I drag the text composition. So now in order to make the animation of the lines moving around, I'm gonna create a fast blueprint for it. So basically what I do is to make sure I don't have any layer selected on the text composition. I select the mask tool and I drag and draw a rectangle. I make sure to put it underneath all the other layers and I center it in the composition. Okay, I lock it so it doesn't move around. So I'm gonna create now a new solid. I'm gonna make it gray. I will put it the last layer in the composition now. I will make sure that I have the show rulers option selected. In the view menu, and I will drag the guides just surrounding our blueprint. Okay, something like that. Basically what we are doing is blocking the shape of what we're going to be drawing. I select the gray solid layer. I select the pen tool to draw on top of it. Okay, something like this. Very simple. Okay, go back to that layer and I'm gonna apply the effect generate stroke. Okay, now make sure it's on transparent. I will change the size, the brush size, the color. We're gonna make it yellow orange just to follow the line that we are having so far, like this National Geographic approach. Okay, the hardness, I'm gonna put it to 100. Just make sure to take away the guides so they are not disturbing. I move to frame 15 and I'm gonna make sure to put a keyframe on N100. I will move back to the frame 0 and I will put the N at 0%. So you see, it's growing and it's being animated. Now I will copy those keyframes and I will paste them on second 3. Keyframe assistant, just reverse as we have been doing in the previous tutorial. It's very repetitive and very simple. Now I select them and I make them easy ease so they have a smooth approach. Now that we have the line animated, we are gonna follow the same approach that we have been having in the previous tutorials. I'm gonna select one of the text layers, I'm gonna pre-compose it, and I'm gonna crop it. So I select the layer, pre-compose. select the area of interest. I'm gonna go to composition, crop, and there we go. I'm gonna pre-compose the text layer once again, just in case we wanted to make any modifications. In this case, I'm gonna make sure that it is aligned in the center. Just can close it, and now we are gonna animate it. Second number 1, position, keyframe on the stopwatch, we go to frame 0. I'm gonna move it out of the composition so it's animated. Okay, select the keyframes, go to second number 3, paste those keyframes, select them, keyframe assistant, time reverse, select all the keyframes again, make easy ease so they are smooth, and go to the graphic editor, and I'm gonna change the curves a little bit. Now we'll do the same thing with sound mixer. I'm gonna pre-compose it. I can also delete the reference layer I was having for the lines, since I'm not gonna use it anymore. I'm gonna pre-compose the sound mixer layer, sound mixer animation, I'm gonna call it. We open it, we're gonna select the region of interest and we're gonna crop it. Now I'm gonna pre-compose once again that text layer. Just in case I wanted to modify the text or just center it. So we go back to sound mixer animation. Just to start the animation, we'll go to second number 1. We'll go to position, P for position, keyframe, go to frame 0, and we animate the text outside the composition. We select those keyframes, control copy, we go to second number 3, paste those keyframes, make sure we reverse them, keyframe assistance, time reverse keyframe, select all the keyframes, make them easy ease, go to the graph editor and change the slopes of those keyframes. So now we go back to the text composition and we are gonna organize and reposition those layers just using the arrow tools up and down. Something as simple as that. So there we go. Simple, clean and effective. I hope you learned something today and it was enjoyable. And I'm planning to have 2 more tutorials on this series before I move into something different. So thanks for watching. Bye.